Your company, because when we've talked, immediately when I met you, I could tell that you guys did things a little differently. Your company is setting new standards in the pet service industry, in my opinion. What benchmarks have you set to elevate the entire field? What are you guys doing different?
Yeah, so that's like a two-pronged approach that we have. The first thing is our eco-friendly products that we use. So they're exclusive to us, and as I mentioned, they include cinnamon oil. The cinnamon oil is a fractionated cinnamon oil. So if you think of like a coconut oil, if you get a fractionated coconut oil, it's different from just your plain coconut oil at room temperature, which is solid, smells like coconuts, has a component in it called lauric acid, and the lauric acid makes it opaque and kind of pasty. So if you take out some of those components, you get fractionated coconut oil. It doesn't smell as much like coconut. You can even cook with it at high temperatures and it won't burn, but it's still an all natural and even food safe ingredient. And so our coconut oil, or sorry, our cinnamon oil that we use is also fractionated. So it takes out the most active components that are effective at repelling insects and it concentrates that. So basically, instead of those other components that don't really bother insects or pests, it's a concentrated form. And then that gets encased in a microsphere, which then gets applied to surfaces. So our eco-friendly approach focuses on that. That's what we're actually spraying around the home, every other month. And it's a completely food safe ingredient. So if we happen to spray it and then your dog comes by and rubs against the house and he's like licking himself and gets it on, he's not going to be affected at all. And in fact, like it would be recommended because it would probably burn your tongue, but you could literally consume some of this stuff and it wouldn't actually affect you. And then, our baits are eco-friendly as well. So that's the first part of our approach. When it comes to these, what we would call preventative maintenance approaches, where we're constantly spraying around the home to kind of keep ants and other insects, wasps, et cetera, from wanting to build nests. We do that on a consistent basis, but it's all eco-friendly products and not going to hurt. And the second prong to our approach is using measures to seal up the home that are property value accretive. So again, there's lots of ways to seal up a house. And I'll tell you an example. I was just out on an estimate the other day where a client had hired a very well-known pest control company in the area to seal up their home. And they just did a really terrible job. They used silicone in every single gap. So you saw this cloudy, awful substance running all up and down like the sides of the chimney everywhere you could think. They put this like metal band around the bottom where the siding meets the foundation. They install it with a hammer set of anchors